The Water4 starts and scales water businesses in Africa to make sure that people living in rural communities have piped water at their homes for life. A lot of times when we think about people not having water in Africa, we think maybe it's just an issue of health. But having to walk to an unsafe water source and carry that water back to your home, drink it, and become ill has a lot of compounding impacts. So to go from walking to a pond 3 hours a day to having piped water in your home, what that means is suddenly you have 3 hours a day back. You have clean water at your house, which means the 1 in 5 kids that die of diarrheal disease is no longer a reality for your family and your kids anymore. And then all that time that you've gained back by having the water, you can then use to earn more money for your family, which is going to help ensure your kids can go to school, can ensure that you have food to eat, protein in your diet, all these very subtly nuanced things that make all the difference in the life of a family. Where we work now is in 5 countries in sub-Saharan Africa. We've had extreme success in Ghana, in the northern and southern regions of the country, in Zambia, in Sierra Leone, and Uganda. And we work in coastal Kenya with a small program that helps in rural fishing villages there. Simple Modern's generosity has led to over 100,000 people. I think 125,000 people have piped water at their home because of their creativity, their push and drive to market, and making sure that great consumer products get in hands and homes here. I remember telling Michael, you know, that's what we're building in Africa, is businesses that want to give back to their communities, that don't see profit or the expansion of a business as a vice, but actually as a means of social good. And I was at the home of a man there named Aye, and he had a bunch of old children and a bunch of young children, and I was giving him a hard time, saying, did you and your wife fight for 5 or 7 years, and were you in the doghouse? And he looked at me and said, no, I've always had that many young children. I'm staring at Aye and I said, do you mean some have died? And Aye, with tear-swelled eyes, said, yes, many have died. And so I'm looking at these small children who have been climbing all over my lap. How many of the 7 that are here are not going to be here if we don't do something about their water situation? Now Aye and I WhatsApp each other. He has a cell phone in Africa, and his constant joke is me needing to do a college fund because all his kids are still alive. None of them are sick. They are going to school. Their lives have changed. And so you can't underestimate the impact that partnering with an organization like Water4 can have on the lives of so many.